Hi there everyone, welcome to Through the Darkest of Times. Let's watch the intro. And then we'll play the game. Any games, a THQ Nordic Divisions. Median Board, Berlin Brandenburg. Safe Latin, Indie Games Collective. Pain Bucket Games.
I remember when Adolf Hitler was appointed Chancellor in 1933, the masses cheered. But we were not among them. We knew that the times would be bad now. We knew that the Nazi threats were not empty. That those people meant what they said. We had to do something. We couldn't just stay silent. But we also knew that it can cost us our heads.
Let's play a new game now. You need to watch every step. Police and Gestapo are on high alert. The members of your group are always on the edge of living. No save games, no going back. Yes, I'm going to play the game on story mode, thank you. Play a character. This is a character you will play. If you are happy with the name, gender and occupation, you can modify the looks, otherwise re-roll the dice. Got it. Dentist monarchist. Catholic conservative. Social democrat. We will not be silent. We are your guilty conscience. The resistance will not leave you alone. Chapter 1. The Seizures of Power. Stop the regime. A lot of things are going on in the loading screen, it seems. On January 13, 1933, President Paul von Hindenburg appointed Adolf Hitler to be Chancellor of Germany. That same night, still, three friends meet in the back room of a Berlin pub and commit to resist what is about to come. Everywhere in Germany, ordinary people, friends, and families made the same commitment, risking their lives to help others and fight an inhumane regime. This is a story. Yes, let's start the game. Morale, -10. Hitler is Chancellor. President Paul Vol, okay. Centrum talks with Hitler. A lot of things going on. I have to do something about this one. When I enter our secret meeting place, I hear Emma Volbrecht says they made him Chancellor Hitler. This is a disaster. How could President Hindenburg appoint him? What is missing? We need to convince more people to support our cause before we draw any attention to ourselves. They're just waiting for a reason to have people like us arrested. Don't you think so too? Emma asked me. I think you're right. We need more supporters first. See, says Emma. While we wait, the Nazis persecute and kill people. They get stronger every day, and that they aren't stopped Hera takes a sip of her drink. I hear you, but we need to be careful. You're right. But we can't help anyone if we're dead or in prison, can we? So, what is the most important task right now? Hera asks. Helping the persecuted. The people who are persecuted need our help, I say. Alright, +5 checkpoint. Read the news. Yeah, we have already done that. Yeah, this is me right here. Plan missions. On the city map, you plan your group's actions by sending them on missions and get an overview of members, items, supporters, and morale. Got it? Senai, Hindenburg, and Greedy Hitler. Now they finally found each other. Require skills. Rest very low. This might be the darkest of time, but in the end, the people will win the war and freedom will come of it. Talk to workers. Collect donations. Find a new member. Assign members to missions by dragging them in. Members with suitable skills improve chance of success. Adding additional items. Optional items can improve the mission's outcome or help you members to get out safely if something goes wrong. Got it. Find a new member. We need to find candidates we can trust who are willing to join our group but don't give away that we're recruiting for the resistance. Missions inventory. Secrecy 1, empathy. Missions unlocked. Talk to workers. Chris Miller, a worker and supporter of the group, wants to introduce us to some of her co-workers. Collect donations. Our supporters among the workers in Kreuzberg might be willing to help us out with some donations. Once you are satisfied with your planning, start the mission execution. Got it. Yes. Work results. 5 people are still supporting us. Our supporters donate 2 marks to our groups. He meets with co-workers about supporters and talks to them to see if some would be willing to help us. It turns out they are still people not happy about the regime and willing to do something about it. Hera visits the group's known supporters among workers in Kreuzberg to ask for additional donations. She is successful. People upset about the latest atrocities of the regime and are willing to help the group. She talks to dedicated supporters to find out if they will be willing to join our group. She picks 3 who she thinks might be able to become core members of the group. Now it's on us to pick one. Sebastian Roth. Anarchist. What's this? How careful a conspirative a member acts. The ability to remain unseen. Convince others of our cause. Form bonds with others. Chris Miller. wants to destroy all structural oppressing hierarchies. It's already dark as I ride home on my bike. The streets are empty and an ice cold wind sneaks its way through my scarf. I burrow my face deeper into my scarf and pedal harder. I reach an empty Alexanderplatz. In the distance, I can see a group of men ganging up someone, shouting at him. Half of the group cycle around the group first. There are 3 men, all wearing the brown shirts and swastika armbands of the SA that are surrounding a civilian. Get off the bike and move closer. Dirty Jew, yells the loudest one. He steps forward and pushes the man so hard that he falls to the ground. Approach carefully. He loses his hat and I see that he's wearing kippah beneath. That's it, Rudolph, show him. Cheers, another one. Interfere. Keep a safe distance and watch. One of the brown shirts picks up the old man's hat and throws it behind him. It lands right at my feet. Get it, Jew, get your hat. He shouts. The other laugh. Pick up the hat. Do not think we'll turn around and leave. I pick the hat up from the ground. The brown shirt turns to me. You better put that hat back to where it was, says the man who threw it. The group slowly moved towards me, avoiding the old man for a moment. What do you want, demands Zero. Mind your own business. Piss off. Calm them down. Come on, guys. No reason to get so upset. Shouldn't you be celebrating? Why all this violence? While I talk to the group, the old man quietly gets up and moves away from us. Okay, I think I should stop talking. I fall silent. Watch the old man makes his escape. The guy they call Rudolph steps closer, both hands at his belt. I can smell beer under his breath. You, the tug says, you better buckle up right now or you will seriously regret it. It's a new day. You people can't oppress us any longer. Okay. Shouldn't you be happy now that your Führer has taken over, I say. While we're talking, I see the old man moving further and further away. Rudolph, says the third SA thug who had remained silent so far. I think the Jew is gone. Run to my bike. Okay, I pretend to be stupid then. What do you mean? I asked, but now the group has turned around and realized that the victim has in fact escaped. Now it's time to run. Stop! Shouts Rudolph. You'll pay for this. Laugh at them. I just laugh and pedal as fast as I can. I always slow down when I can't hear the angry voice anymore. Do I have to get used to these things happening? I think you will have to. End of scene. Weekly decline. What the? Missions. Events +5 arrests. Deaths release. Morale -10. Yes, if we can't do anything about it, this is going to get fucked up. In the middle of our meeting, Emma addressed the group. Everyone, there's a public protest against the Nazis coming up. This is a good chance. We can spread the word, we can recruit others. People who are willing to protest are exactly the people we need. You're right. Okay, let's do this, I say. End of scene. Join the public protests. Plan the missions. Supporters are the backbone of the resistance. They provide you with funds, information, new missions, opportunities. You can support us by doing specific missions. Ooh. Buying pain. Missions unlocked. Items can be taken on missions. Some might require some optional. Experiment with option items to see what they do. Produce leaflets manually. Printer Patrick Andy stole a printing roll from his workplace and donated it to us. We cannot create leaflets manually. It's a freaking level 3. Yeah, I don't think we can do it just yet. Join the public protest. Our supporters, Louis Grave, let us know that the Social Democratic Party is going to hold a huge public protest against Hitler and the Nazis in Tiergarten. Yes. I'll be using everything again. Our supporters donate 3 marks to the group. 10 people still supporting us. Talks to dedicated supporters to find out everything. Okay, now it's on us to pick one. Let me see. Personality, solidarity, subsidiarity, the way it was given to us in the divine creation. Else Andy, Social Democrat. What about the public protests? We joined the 200,000 protesters who gathered in the Berlin Park to protest. The speakers asked the crowd for discipline and unity in resisting the Nazis. Do not worry. There are too many of us. Hitler and his henchmen cannot stop us, he says. We talked to other protesters and some of them willing to support us in the future. Alright, it's not that bad. Ooh, new right-wing coalition. How things are going on. We need to plan the missions. This is the morale of your group. Keep an eye on it. Due to the constant pressure, it steadily decreases. If it reaches 0, the group dissolves and the game is over. Yep, I need to increase this as often as I can. Buying paper sounds simple, but in times like these, buying too many pieces of paper can raise suspicions. We need to do this in secrecy. Missing stack of paper. We lost one supporter. Okay. She wants to buy paper. To avoid being tracked, she picks a shop in Kreuzberg where no one knows her. The clerk takes the order and disappears. In the back Y, she waits at the counter. After some time, the clerk returns with the paper. Yes, nicely done. Yep. Ooh, yes. Total, -4. Fuck, weekly decline. Hera tells me that she despises Babel Roth. She is a Catholic conservative. Her views don't do the group any good. We would be much better off without her. Both should stay. I explained to Hera that we are a group with different views and opinions, but we are united in the fight against the regime, and that she needs to live with that or leave the group. She doesn't seem too happy with my decision, but doesn't bring it up again. Babel Roth seems relieved. End of scene. Yeah. Holy fuck, what's this? Go into hiding. Meet a former unionist. Contact a priest, Wagner Grieger, a devout Christian and member of the church in Temple Hub, tells us about pastor who previously often expressed strong criticism about the regime. Okay, who is the one with the Catholic conservative? You should be the one who can do this perfectly. Meet a former unionist. Krista tells us about a former trade unionist who used to be a strong opponent of the Nazis. Requires skill, secrecy, and empathy. Propaganda and literacy. Emma's writing and manually printing leaflets all night long. It is hard physical work, and while she is trying her best, she's only producing a small amount. They think that has been seen. Babel Roth meets with a priest in Tempelhof to see if he could be one for the resistance. Things go well. The priest is an opponent of the regime and tells us that many members of his community might be willing to help us. Chris Moeller meets with a former unionist in Copenhagen to see if he could be convinced to join the resistance. While preaching to the converted, the trade unionist is a staunch opponent of the Nazis and will support us. What's going to happen now? I click the continue button. It is late and I'm having a drink at a bar at Hackcastra Mark when a man storms through the door yelling, "The restaurant is burning. The communists have burned down the restaurant." Take my time. I finish my drink, pay the bill and step outside. Despite the late hour, the streets are full of people. A red glow illuminates the night sky above the restaurant. I wonder what happened. "What are we still doing here?" says a woman in a fur coat. "Let's go there and find out what happened." People around her agree and a group forms. No, I think I walk alone. The restaurant is burning. I wait until the group has left and walk down the empty streets all the way to the restaurant. The closer I get, the more intense the smell of smoke and fire gets. Soon it becomes hard to breathe. Pull my scarf over my nose. When I reach the bridge that leads to the Reichstag, I am stopped by a police patrol. Eric Close says to officers, "Leave. It is late and I decide to go home." It is very late when I finally arrive at home. I fall asleep right away and dream of fire and the strange people contradicting each other about who started. I wonder what will come of this. No, we're not going to say nothing good will ever come of this. If we're going to lose hope right now, we're doomed from the beginning. Weekly decline, total +1. Emma pulls me aside. Look, it's my brother. I never dreamed things would go this far, but trust me. It's okay, you can tell me, I say. She sighs, looks down at the ground, then back up at me. Last night he came home in a brown shirt uniform. You are in danger. If he finds out you're with us, you could end up in prison or worse. Hell, all of us could. Shh, they don't need to know, says Emma, looking at the others. Listen, I know my brother, trust me. This could be a huge opportunity for us. I could get valuable inside information. You will be our informant. Alright then, let's do this. See if you can get us any valuable information, but please be careful. End of scene. Yes, let's try. What the fuck is going on here? The Great Escape Extreme. The truth will set them free. Talk to Christian community. We don't have enough money. Kurt Manager, okay. Talk to the Christian community. If we manage to sabotage this Nazi propaganda exhibition, the world will see how serious we are. That they'll still be willing to fight this regime no matter the cost. Missing the fire device. The truth will set them free. Mission unlocked. If we could display a slogan on the Haggis warehouse at the once ranked critical leaflets, many people would learn what is really going on in Hitler's Reich. Critical leaflet. Sometimes be asked to retreat to a safe place to reduce the attention of the authorities. Disruptions. Something went wrong. Make a decision. Flee, get over what your members might get away safely. Hide. Wait, high risk of getting caught, but you might get some of the enforced. Holy shit. There's a witness. Stay calm and move on. The witness leaves. She's successful. People are upset about the latest. She has been seen though. Quite a few things that is ways against God that it Okay. More increase, supporters increase. Okay, we're getting a lot of supporters. I have something says Barbara at our meeting, but I'm not sure if it's good news or bad news. I have a new job. She continues, that job has me serving in the house of the Nazi officers. Hera, gas, you're going to serve one of those pigs. Tell me more about it. It turns my stomach to imagine you working for a Nazi. What do you mean? You don't know if this is good or bad, I say. Hear me out, respond. What if we play this to our advantage? What if we could get information for the group? That's a good point. You should keep it. That's exactly what I would do. I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity to help our cause. End of scene. Checkpoint. Holy fuck. The supporters. Made an academic. Made a former unionist. I meet my old friend Gunther at a pub. We have been in the same Social Democratic Party chapter for years. But Gunther eventually moved for a new job and we haven't seen each other in a long time. It's great to see him again. Erwin, good to see you. He says when I enter. Greet him. Good to see you too, Gunther. How are you doing? I ask him. I am doing fine. Hey, I would even say I'm doing great. I work in an office now. Me in an office, can you imagine? How things for you, Erwin? Okay, let's just pretend that. Given the circumstance, I would say. Gunther gives me a serious look. What are you thinking? Look, Erwin, I imagine you don't like what is happening in our country right now, and 6 months ago I felt the same way. But today I believe Hitler is the best thing that could have happened to Germany. Okay, how so? You and I have been Social Democrats for many years. Why? Why did we support the party? Asked Gunther. To create a better society without violence. Yes, same reason for me. And now, look at the country. Hitler's taking care of German workers better than the Social Democratic Party ever could. He gives us work. He gives us safety. He gives us hope. You can't be serious. I am serious. Hitler is the one who ended the class war. No matter whether you own the factory or work in it, we're all members of the same community, the German blah blah blah. Aren't you forgetting something? Not if you're Jewish, then you're not a reply, a gypsy or disabled or black. They're all inclusive. You refer to exclude a lot of people, don't you think? I say, maybe it's right to exclude them, says Gunther. Maybe they just don't belong here. Maybe they threaten the German people. What happened to you? Not my people. My justice is for everyone, for the poorest and the weakest. Isn't that the point, to find injustice and create a better life for everyone? When did you decide that only certain people deserve justice? No, really, what happened to you? You are a dreamer, said Skanta. You always have been. That's what I like so much about you. But you should dream the true dream and join us. Tell me you aren't. Of course, says Skanta and puts a party badge that we see so often these days on the counter. Red circle with a black swastika on a white background and the words blah blah blah. I've had enough. I get up and leave the pub and try to collect my thoughts. Gunther has been a friend for years. We lost contact for a bit, but still, when did he change? I must leave him behind. I can't be friends with people like him. I have become the enemy, and they have become mine. End of scene. Cautious. Owen thinks he has been seen. More supporter. Nice. Yes, yes, yes. 5 of them. Hera thinks she has been seen. At our meeting, Emma, this thing. I swear to you, the fire at the restaurant was the biggest gift the Nazis could have hoped for. What do you mean? They're blaming the Communist Party, whom they have been enemies with forever, and now they have the excuse they need to just round them all up, including my own father. Can we help? Is there something we can do to help? I asked. I needed a lawyer for my father in prison, but that costs money. Don't give her money. What? I'm sorry, but we can't spend any money right now. I tell her. You don't have any money with you. Are you fucking kidding me? Chris Miller. Missing money. Okay, that is not a good place for me to be at. someone has been watching. Okay, we have the police. Jesus, thank goodness we have the bicycle with us. Excitedly, Emma comes up to me. I did it. What? What did you do? I ask. Emma jumps back in. Remember my brother in the essay? You told me to try and get information, and I did it. I have something that our group can work with. Well done. Fantastic news. I said, let's get to it. End of scene. What can we do? They fired me. I lost my job, says Hera. Why? What, but why? I think someone overheard me speaking with a colleague about voting for the Communist Party in the last election. Hera says, this is horrible. I don't even know where to find the money for our next week. Or food. I can offer you money. Or I'll give you someone until you find something new. Offer 10 marks. Up 54. I'm afraid that's all we can give you right now. I say, handing her 10 marks. Hey, you fuck up. Why are you blaming me here? They're ruling the streets. We need people with secrecies. They find Hitler and the Nazis are the main problem right now. Okay. It is Saturday and I am on my way to buy groceries for the weekend. When I see the shop in the distance, I can already tell that something is up. In front of the building, a crowd of people has gathered, including a few men wearing the brown uniform of the SA. Get closer. I approach the store to see what's going on. 3 brown shirts stand around the entrance of the shop, holding signs with anti-Semitic slogans. A star of David and the word Jew are painted on the shop window. Talk to a passerby. I look at the people who are watching the scene. Speak to a mother holding her child by the hand. Talk to a man in a suit. Can you tell me what all this is about? I ask the man wearing a suit. He looks like he doesn't belong in this part of town. Shh, he says and give me an angry look, but I ask again. I lower my voice and ask again. What's going on here? Why are they attacking the shop? It's happening everywhere, the man says. I came from blah blah blah. It's the same there. They're standing in front of every Jewish shop, doctors, lawyers, you name it. I have no idea what they're planning. Some of these places have been around for decades. I asked him why he is here. What are you doing here? Actually, says the man, I am supposed to do business with Mr. Smith, the owner of the shop, but it happened. But it doesn't look like it will happen today, so I guess I'll go. He turns around and walks away. I turn around as well. I wonder who I talk to next. Speak to a mother holding her child by the hand. Do you know what's going on? I ask. The girl holding her mother's hand looks at me and smiles. She might be around 5 years old. No. The mother shakes her head and I don't want to know. She takes the girl and moves down the street. Look around. Ask an elderly woman. What's happening here? Asks the elderly woman. Those Jews are getting what they deserve, she answers. One of the SS men is looking at me. I ask what she means. How so? They are our enemies, the woman yells, throwing wild gesture. They are sucking us dry. Who do you think gets all the money Germany must pay for these reparations? That's right, the Jews get all the money. But now we'll strike back. Now it's time for them to pay. I have heard enough. Turn toward the store. A woman tries to enter the shop, but one of the brown shirts sends her away. Read what's written on the signs. German, fight back, don't buy from Jews. Attention, Germans. Those Jewish shop owners are parasites of the German community. The owner of the shop is the Jew Nathan Smith. It's just the usual rambling. The SA talks start to chant Germany to the Germans. Get out, Jews. Talk to the brown shirts. What are you doing? I asked one of the SA men. What does it look like to you? He says, I don't know. I have no idea. Are you looking for groceries? You say so. Watch out, you regret it. He comes closer. Calm him down. Alright, I say. I don't want any trouble. Wake up, Germany. They shout. Go home. I feel sick when I get home. Things in this country are only getting worse. We must be careful. Why on earth is this end up seeing? Oh, that thing that it didn't even pop up. Total +1. Holy fuck. Before the meeting, she seems distracted and unusually quiet. What's the matter? She looks up at you. It's my husband. He never came home last night. What if the SA took him? What if he's in prison right now? We will help you. When this together, I tell her. We're going to search for him and we're going to find him. End of scene. Search for husband of Barbara Roth. What the fuck? Requires secrecies. Recreational missions gain back a lot of group morals at once. Starting one means all members stop whatever they're doing and join the recreational event. Visit a museum. You can now visit a museum. Gain some morale. Okay. Get one medicine, okay. We might need it for later use, so. Flee. There's assets show up. No way in hell I'm going to do anything. Ooh. She talks to our contacts and visit all the pub where members and friends with SA can be found, hoping to learn where the address. She learns that S has captured someone that fits the description of our member's husband. Fuck. Not everyone from the group has shown up for tonight's meeting. Who's missing? Who's not, he asked. Chris Mill has fled to Moscow with the brown shirts. Running up communist party members everywhere, it was just too dangerous for her to stay. Fuck. Find a new member. Risk very high. Hera texts me aside after the meeting, looking nervously over her shoulder. What is it? Listen, when a man loves a woman, or a woman loves a woman, do you believe that's wrong? No, it's not wrong. I think love is love, no matter who's loving whom, I say, sincere, relieved smile on her face. And obscene. Yes, I don't care. As long as you're not hurting anyone, who the fuck gives a shit anyway? The risk is fucking high, though. Can access the industrial parking lot. Secrecy and literacy. We still need the money. They're patrolling the place over there. Okay, we have a pack of books without any trouble. That's nice. Emma. What do you mean? You're just going to make me say she is gay. What does that have to do with anything? I don't care about the sex thing. She can do what she wants, but everybody knows about her and her lover. Someone could blackmail her. She could endanger the group. This is ridiculous. Well then, shall I kick out any Jews for the same reason? And my lips down. Gypsy, communist, who else? No? Well then, try to remember what we're fighting. Let's get back to work. Now what? The risk is kinda high though. Require 2 members. Gain access to industrial parking lot. We need someone who is strong. I'm sorry. Mission unlocked. No, they will get caught. This is not the way. Get through without being seen by the guards. Nicely done. Just before the meeting, Kristen texts me and tells me he knows of a snitch among our supporters. Warn everyone, but don't confront the snitch. Confront the snitch. Let's set a trap for this rat essay to Kristen. Let's make sure he won't snitch for much longer. End of scene. Let's teach a rat a lesson. as I crossed the street on a rainy late Wednesday night. I hear an angry voice shine through a loudspeaker and huge cheering crowd. It seems to be coming from the open glass. Carefully move to the edge of the crowd. The scene is immense. Thousands of people listening to the writings of Joseph, the new Mr. Propaganda, with rapt attention. Listen carefully. The era of extreme Jewish intellectualism is now at an end. The breakthrough of the German Revolution has again cleared the way on the German path. The future German man will not just be a man of books, but a man of character. Scan the crowd. There are thousands gathered here at the open loud, some chant slogans. A group of students to my right breaks into song. Various angry shouts can be heard from the crowd. No to decadence and moral corruption. Down with Jewish intellectualism. Keep moving through the crowd. Gobbles joins in, booming over the microphone. Yes, to decency and morality and family and state, I consign to the flames the writings of Heinrich Mann, Ernest Glasses, Erich. Flames. There's an immense pile of books in the center of the plaza, perhaps tens of thousands of books ablaze in a bonfire. That's when I realized what this is. This is the action against the un-German spirit announced by the German Student Union back in April. It's a book burning, a huge one. How can there be so many supporters of Nazism? Do they even realize what they're doing? Keep watching them. Nearby group student bursts into a chant about German purity, and nausea creeps into my stomach. A sharp-faced man with sad, penetrating eyes glares at me with his head. You don't look afraid. Why are you trying to chant? He remarks me. There's a hint of irony in his voice. Maybe he sympathized with the resistance. Why aren't you trying to chant? I replied. The tiniest hint of a smile creased across the corner of his mouth, then sadness draws over his face as his gaze turns to the fire. His wet eyes reflect the dancing flames. He reminds me of someone I know. It's enough for me to attend that destruction of my own work. To celebrate would be too self-deprecating infamy. His voice soft and resigned. Wait, what? I stared at the books, then at him. Mouth. You, I said it. He holds one hand out and hers. His lips to touch me. I regained my composure. A half smile grows but my sad eyes. But what are you doing here? I whispered. You know they had to ask the firemen to douse the books in petrol, leave it to the Nazis to schedule a book burning in the rain, the choppers. This isn't a laughing matter. This is hardly the times for jerks. I hiss. The man turns and faces me directly. I recognize him now. My friend, no long from now, this whole sad spectacle will be over. He tilts his head and paws, and I will write a novel about you. Eric Kastner, the writer. One of the students. Everyone's there, in person. It's him. It's him. We should leave now. Pornographer, another one shouted. After suddenly aware of the dangerous thing, I quickly disappear into the crowd before things get worse. I pick up a notebook that must have fallen out of his pocket. Let's return home. You should bring it to him. I walk home at days, seep in the smell of smoke at the echoes of slogans and chants ringing in my ears. I will never forget the dancing flames reflected in Kastner's eyes as he watched his own books burn. End of scene. How long can we keep on doing this? I have some good and some bad news. The good news, we found my husband after he went missing. And the bad news, the SS is holding him captive. The room for silent. Let's get to work. Alright people, we have work to do. We know his location, so it's up to us to get him out. Members gains experience over time and might improve their abilities in different fields necessary for our operations. If we want to spend 30, then let's do this. Let's make sure they're off. Still gasoline. Jesus. has been seen. We only get 2 people. Fuck. She tells me I can't go on like this. I want to leave the group. Okay. I understand. It will be hard to replace you, but we'll find a solution. Best of luck to you in the little one. Yeah, are you going to make her? This is not a fucking laughing matter, alright? I have to do something about this. Oh, we are fucked. Spreading the books. I think you need to do this. Not getting enough. When I walk into tonight's meeting, everyone cheers when they see me. What is this about? It's about you. It's incredible to think that in such a short time you have put together this group of ordinary volunteers and made a real resistant group out of us. Thank you. Thanks for your kind words, I said, but this is a group effort. Each one of us is vital. I'm just happy to know that I'm making a difference, says Hera. End of scene. Oh, wait a second. Spread the books. Observe the activities. I leave the meeting and head home. On the train, I can't shake the feeling that I'm being followed. Keep my eyes peeled. I step off the train not far from home, along with several others. Go to a pub. I enter a pub and look around. The place is crowded, and manage to find a place by the window. Watch the people in the pub. I observe the people in the pub and those coming in to see if I recognize a face. Nothing. After finishing my drink, I don't see a point in staying any longer. When I finally get home, I eat something, turn off the lights, and sit close by the window. It's dark outside, but the street in front of the house is well lit. Watch the street. I wait in the dark. Cars and people pass by. Go to bed. I wake up in the middle of the night and go to the window. There's a shadow on the other side of the street. Watch from here. There's the shadow of a man. He seems to look up at me, turns around, walk away. There really was someone watching me. They're gone now. I go back to bed. They're after me. I need to watch my steps carefully. They have noticed me. I should keep a low profile for a while. End of scene. Yes. Spread like Wi-Fi. Holy fuck. Yeah, we better get the fuck out. Seeing the police? Yeah. Mission has been aborted. Of course. At our meeting, Emma speaks. I didn't tell you about any of this, but a few weeks ago my grandfather, Henry, died. He was a good man. Well, today I got a letter from his lawyer telling me I inherit something from him. Our condolence. Our deepest condolence, I say. And we hope the money will be of help to you and your family. My family will need the money, thanks, says Emma. End of scene. Fucking hell, what's this? Gain access to industrial parking lot. From our supporter Adam Hunter, we learned what's going on in the SA torture camp. We need to help. Oh. We need the SA uniform. Still gasoline. He has learned to resist smarter and better. Which skill do you want to improve by one? My heart skips a bit when I see it. Else Andy. At the meeting there, Bruce and cuts on her face. Are you okay, Else? Okay. Oh, it will take more than a couple of brown shirt tucks to keep me down. She almost crushed her smile. Now that the nurses have banned the unions, I get attacked just for showing up and speaking up. Well, this isn't over yet. Something in her seems more resolute than ever. End of scene. Okay, let's do this. I wanted to see what's going on with this museum event thing. We visit one of the last art galleries in Berlin that still exhibits what the Nazis call degenerate art. This is beautiful. It feels good to look at the wonderful artworks, and the group feels reaffirmed in their purpose. We need this back. Morale plus 40. At a meeting, Emma approached me with a dread in her eyes. My brother, the one in the essay, he suspects I'm part of the resistance. How did he find out? I don't know, but the illusions he made it clear he knows. You need to stop spying. This is too risky. Keep your brother at a distance, but you can stay in the group, I reply. For now, I think to myself, end of scene. Fuck. How much money do we have again? Holy fuck, that would take everything from us. Emma. We better go into hiding right now. Empathy and literacy. He thinks he has been seen. Arthur is overjoyed to get his notes, but he invests in over covered details, something that's forcing the publishers to stop supporting the un-German writers like him. Intel. Maybe we can do something about this, I don't know. The morning sun shines on my face as I exit the train at Kopernik station. It's warm, I can tell someone's coming. Labor station. I continue on my way to see Marianne, one of our supporters, who should be waiting for me already. When I make it to the neighborhood, not a single is on his way to the plane. No children are playing in the street. No one's out take a look around. Yep, this is a trap, alright. A little further down the road, I see a white truck with a logo of a laundry service on it. I smell smoke, probably from campfires in the community garden nearby. Move on. I reach a small house in which Marianne and her husband, Werner, live. Both are former units who support the group. Knock on the door. Eventually, a curtain in one of the windows pulls out and Marianne's face peers out. She sees me and opens the door. Are you inside? Coming here? She whispered, looking left and right, then quickly pushed me inside, comes and closed the door behind him. Asked why she's acting like this. We had an appointment, I said. What's the problem? We sit down in a dimly lit room. All the curtains are closed. A little girl sitting in the corner, drawing something on a piece of paper. I don't recognize her. Marianne and Werner don't have kids. Maybe a niece. What is it? What's the matter, Marianne? Why are you acting like this? Haven't you heard the raids that have been everywhere in Alsengrund? They have arrested thousands of people. Who are they? Who have they arrested? She can tell you more. Marion points at the little girl who has continued to draw quietly since I entered the room. Isa, says Marion, could you tell my friend Owen that what happened yesterday? The girl stops drawing and looks at me. Take your time. This is my papa, and these are the men who took him, says the girl and continues. When I came home from school, there was a truck in front of our house, and Helene is my friend from school. Helene said, isn't that your father? And I saw him too. Let her continue. There were men, two of them holding Papa, and the third one was beating him up. I started to cry and yell at them, but they wouldn't stop. Could you see what the men were doing? Then they pushed him into the back of the truck, and the men climbed up there too, and they kept beating him. I cried so loud that everyone could hear me. I begged them to stop. What happened next? Then my mom came and we looked for the truck. We found it at a pub. Papa was gone, but there were more of the bad men. When they saw Mama, they recognized her and wanted to take her too. Oh my God. I cried even louder. I cried so loud that I scared the bad men, and they didn't dare to take her because they thought I would break their ears. She smiles. And then we came here to Aunt Marianne. But Marianne is busy right now. She will pick me up later, right? Aunt Marianne? Yes, Isa. Marianne looks away. Thank you. You are a brave girl, Isa. Thanks for sharing such a difficult story with me. But will you bring Papa back? I will try. Thank you. The girl resumes her drawing. I look at Marianne and ask her, where's your husband? Where's Vernon? I don't know. He didn't come home last night. Aren't you worried? I'm worried sick, but I need to stay with Asa. If you could go and find out where Vernon is, I will try my best. Do you have any ideas where I should start looking for him? I asked. I really don't know, Asa said. The man who took her dad came in a white truck. Over the last couple of days, I saw a white truck around here too. Maybe it has something to do with it. I said goodbye to Mary and Asa and left the house. Outside, a white laundry truck drives past me at high speed. It has something on its back, but I can't see what it is. This is my lead. Follow cautiously. I follow while trying not to attract attention. The truck is quickly out of sight, but the road can only lead to one destination. The forest. Go to the forest. It is surely in the forest. Despite the warm summer sun. Move carefully. I move carefully, watching out left and right. I follow the main path leading from Koepenick to... Okay. When I reach an area with large leafy trees, I notice something hanging up high. Look from afar. A huge sack is hanging in the branch, like a butterfly cocoon. Find out what it is. I climb up the tree and cut down the sack. It drops to the ground with a thud. Untie the rope. There is a pale face staring at me. It's Vernon, Mary's husband. His face blood and swollen. His right eye is missing. I feel sick. Pull yourself together. I swallow the acidic taste in my mouth. When I look up again, I see that there are more of these sacks. Many, many more. End of scene. Jesus fucking Christ. In July 1933, the NSDAP is declared to be Germany's only legal party. The Gestapo and SS arrest tens of thousands of dissidents and send them to concentration camps. Your leadership is strong and stable, and your group has recruited and retained enough supporters to withstand the brutal crackdown. End of chapter 1. Holy fuck. What's going to happen next year?
Wasn't the first event of its kind, and it likely won't be the last. SA and police arrested tens of thousands of political opponents. Many were imprisoned, tortured, or killed. The Nazis banned all political parties except the NSDAP and made it clear that from now on they alone ruled the country. In November, Hitler won re-election with 92% of the vote. We went into hiding. It felt like there was nothing left we could do.
Chapter 2. Pete, let the world know the truth about Germany. Yes. I think I end the game right here. After the Copernic bloodshed, the Nazis arrested thousands of political opponents. Many were killed or injured. Went into hiding, waiting for the right opportunity to come back and fight the regime. For almost 3 long years, we waited and watched things getting worse, powerless, until that day in March 1936. What happened? What happened? I would love to know. We need to do something about this. An airship, shaped like a giant cigar, hovers above Tempelhof Airport, Hindenburg. The name of the former German president is painted on the front of the hull. Hurry up, says Falklands, leading the way to the entry barriers. It is what you wanted to show me, an airship. Why the rush? I will wait for something. And he looks at his watch. In less than an hour, you will be flying in this airship, he laughs. A band plays military march. Swastika flags flutter in the wind. The crowd starts cheering when the stairs of the Hindenburg are low. They pretend to join the cheering. I mumble something along the lines of make middle so the people around me don't get suspicious. One of the guys keeping the crowd from getting too close to the airship stops us. Halt! Only for invited guests. Oh, we are, says Fogg and takes out a letter. Look away. The guard looks at the letter, hands it back and pulls back the rope. Hey, Hitler, Mr. Lanz, and Hell Hitler, Smitch, says Fogg and smiles. Smitch is here because my wife couldn't make it. I hope that's alright. Of course, Mr. Lanz. Have a nice flight. My name is Mitch now. Fogg laughs. Inside, the restaurant looks very luxurious, filled with red cushions, chairs, and tables covered in white linens. There's even a little promenade with windows granting a look outside. The name is Lance, says Fogg to the waiter, who nods and leads us to our table. Tell me what's going on now. I am done with your game. What's your plan, Fogg? You will enjoy it. It's amazing, says Fogg and laughs. The crew of Hindenburg yells command, and I feel a soft pressure in my stomach as the airship begins to rise. I catch a view up out of one of the windows and sees the people on the ground getting smaller and smaller. This is amazing, but also pretty terrifying, I have to admit. Told you so, says Fogg, grinning. He orders 2 drinks. When they arrive, he raises his glass and says, to you, Oven Smith, and your brave group of heroes. Shh! Don't say those things in public. Calm down, this is the regime's home turf. No one would expect, us in a place like this. Which makes it the perfect place to discuss restarting the group. I lean my head towards his and lower my voice. But we have been inactive for over 2 years. We have been underground for over a year because of the Gestapo. Most of our former supporters are either scared, dead, or have left the country. Why do you think it would be a good idea to revive the group now? This is all true, Owen. Yet you must, for one inescapable reason. It is our last chance to stop a war. Hitler will start a war no matter what we do. Hitler's preparing for war. We always knew that. Everyone who wants to know knows it. What makes you think we can prevent it? I ask. This is a very good question, says Fogg, and I will answer it. But first, you must excuse me for a moment. I just saw someone I need to talk to. Why don't you take a look around the ship? The view from the prominent windows is marvelous, and they even have a lounge. It's a perfect place to meet interesting people. Why do you bring me here if you're just going to leave me alone? I wonder what to do. Go to the window and look out. Go to the lounge. It's behind 2 heavy gates, the second of which is guarded by a member of the Hindenburg crew. Can I offer you something to read? Yes, please. He hands me a new magazine. Bring it back when you leave, please. The lounge has no windows and is illuminated by indirect artificial light. Comfortable leather armchairs are arranged around small tables. There's only one other guest when I enter. He smiles and offers me a chair next to him. Take the offer and sit down next to him. Thank you, you're too kind, and take a seat. What brings you to this miracle of modern technology? He says with a strong American accent. A friend of mine invited me here. Really, he says and raises an eyebrow. Lucky you, I guess. Why are you here? Me? I'm a journalist, writing for the New Observer, an American magazine. I am from the United States, as you might have guessed my accent. I thought so, yes. Let me introduce myself. I am Tom Fox, American journalist and danger seeker. If I wasn't, I would not be sitting inside a giant sack of hydrogen, he smiles. What do you think about the new Germany? I love German culture, German food, and the German language. Honestly, I had serious doubts about your government and the way they handle things before I came here. You had doubts, but you still came. Yes, I did. And I don't regret it in the slightest, he says. But after spending 3 months in the Raj, I must say, your country is up to something. I almost sure that the readers in the state get the real picture. What do American readers currently think? And what do you want them to think instead? There are a lot of rumors about Germany, says Bob. See, we're like afraid in the right to do what we like. But Hitler and his party seems to interfere in every detail of people's lives. And the Americans don't like that? No, we don't. Many American newspapers paint a picture of Germany as a country where people get arrested and killed by their government all the time. Many of us, me included, thought Germany was doomed when Hitler took over. But now you think differently? Yes, I must admit that I am impressed. Germany looks great. Berlin looks great. And the rumors about how the Jews are being mistreated seem to be exaggerated. In my 3 months here, I haven't seen anything problematic. So your story will be everything fine in Germany. Hitler one big misunderstanding. Pretty much, yes. Well, I'm sure that I don't want someone like Hitler to force in the US. I think that maybe for you Germans, Hitler is just what you needed. I cough. Are you alright, Aspers? There are things in you and your reader should know. Oh, this sounds interesting. I'm always interested in finding new source. And be assured, you can tell me anything. Informant state anonymous. Not here. Do you have a card? Of course, this is the address of my Berlin office. If I'm not there, just talk to my secretary. He hands me a business card. I need to get back to the restaurant. It was a pleasure to meet you, Mitch. Go back to the promenade. What's next? Go to the window and look out. I move close to one of the prominent windows and look out. Far beneath us, I see the city of Berlin. It was so far away that I can't recognize people on the street anymore. Even cars are harder to see. Isn't it wonderful, says an elderly woman next to me. You mean the way the city looks from here? Do you mean the wonderful flight up, or the fact that the city looks so small from here? I ask. Well, she says, isn't, what the fuck is wrong with me? Isn't this a wonderful view to see the world? I think it reflects how everything works down there. Here we are, masters and mistresses, flying above the world, and down there is everyone is so small, so insignificant that you can't even see them anymore. This is an odd way of saying this. Well, they are lords and masters, but they don't know. She burst into high-pitched laughter and reached out a glove hand. My apologies, I haven't introduced myself. I am Countess von Falkenstein. Yep, Hasmit. Well, if you say so, Hasmit, she asked an arch eye. May I ask, how come you find yourself on this fantastic vehicle? I work for the government. Interesting. Yeah, let's lie to her face right away. Hitler and his party often proletarian in a way that disgusts me, but they know how to impress. You have to give them that. She points to a huge crowd that has assembled below to wave at the airship. Shouldn't you be careful with these kind of statements? No one dares to try anything. My family has been ruling this land for centuries. We survived the French, the Great War, the Revolution, and the Republic. We will survive this too. Besides, I will support the Fuhrer. I think he's a masterful leader. What makes you think that Hitler's doing a good job? Hitler promised to make Germany great again, and that is exactly what he's doing. He got us out of that shameful Treaty of Versailles. He got the Tsar basin back from the French, and he will bring back the Polish corridor. But this might lead to war, don't you think? Now, it is you He was risking his life, don't you think? But no, I don't think Hitler's actions will lead to war. The people around him are sometimes questionable, but other nations look at us in awe. He made them respect us again. Do you really think so? The Jews, the communists, the Democrats, the unions, they have destroyed us. They all kept us from reaching our natural greatness. But look at us now. We shine and we rise. During the Olympic Games, the world will come to us, and the world will see the great Germany. I have heard enough. What's next? Let's wait for the guy to come back. I see him standing at the other end of the pyramid, gazing at the horizon. The left wave officer is nowhere to be seen. Call him. Do you have time to answer my questions now? Of course. I'm sorry I left you alone. You're someone who might become very useful to us. I will introduce you eventually. What was it again you wanted to know? How can we prevent Hitler from starting a war? Hitler once won, just not right now. He knows the Wehrmacht isn't ready yet. He needs more time. He needs the world to think that his Reich is just like any other country, that there's no German threat. So we must let the world know what his plans really are. That's correct. Let's face it, it's too late to fight Nazism from the inside. Even killing Hitler won't do it. Most Germans are happily following the regime. We need help from the outside. But if the world believes Hitler's harmless, the required help won't come. How shall we convince the world? What makes you think anyone could listen to us? I asked. Nothing. But we have to hope that they do. Otherwise, this world will see war and destruction far worse than anything it has ever experienced. It is a bizarre thing to see Nazis holding each other back, says Hera during tonight's meeting. I saw something really weird at a club last night. What do you mean? Nazis holding each other back? So I went out for drinks last night. As I'm waiting in line to get in, there's a couple in front of me. It's black, she's white. The bouncer gets furious and tells them to piss off. That's ugly, but not unusual, is it? Wait for it, says Sarah and continues. A policeman shows up and goes straight to the bouncers. He whispers something we cannot hear. Wait, did the policeman actually make him accept the couple? That's exactly what I'm saying, Sarah. The bouncer grudgingly motioned for them to enter the club. And that was that. I think I know why that happened. He intervened because there were a lot of visitors and tourists there. They have to maintain an image for now, I say. End of scene. Yes, this is me right here, looking like a boss. Holy fuck. Well, anyway guys, we'll come back next time.